going on, guys? Elote EVO 9 on IG. I've been saying that I've been wanting to do some content for YouTube, but now I feel like it's the perfect time. I'm in the process of wide bodying the car. I got some new side skirts and wide body fenders to put on today, so that's what we're going to get into. Just do like a quick walk around of the car, what it is now. So right now it's just stock skirts with some Rec Speed carbon bits, and then this front fender is like a Varis rep fender, and then we have the authentic Varis front end. So let me pull into the garage with my buddies, soon to be Supra, and then we'll unbox the stuff and let you guys see what we're working with. Alright, so these are their side skirts, and then the fenders are in there. I actually haven't even opened the box to these, so curious how they're going to look, how they're going to fit, but yeah, one sec. Okay, finally got everything unboxed. So these are the authentic Varis side skirts. Looks like you do have to drill a couple holes on the top, and then the front fenders are an APR style. So I did get these from Alibaba, and before I get flamed, the only reason I had to do that is because they don't, unless you buy the entire like full APR kit, you can't just buy like individual pieces. So had to get it from Alibaba. So hopefully fitment is good. I think I really don't like these vents. So the fenders are 40 mil wider, but I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna actually cut from right here to delete the vent and here. Just cause then it'll have a little bit more like tire exposed. Similar to what I currently have now, but just a lot more aggressive. So I gotta take the front bumper off. I'm actually gonna put the headlight back kind of over the headlight duct right now. So I'm gonna put that back, and then it'll also help me figure out like how good these fenders fit. So front bumper needs to come off, skirts will come off, and then the fenders will come off, and then we'll go ahead and install these. All right, so ran into a slight problem. I was able to get side skirts off, almost done with getting the fender off. The only bolt holding it in is this one right here. Problem is these two down here, they were so rusted that as soon as I spun the bolt, freaking broke off. So I'm gonna have to drill that out, and then there's one more bolt in there that seems like it's gonna be a pain in the ass. As soon as I turn it, it almost wants to detach from, I guess, whatever that metal tab is. So I'm gonna see if I can get that out without breaking it. All right, of course, working on 20-year-old cars, two of these bolts did break when I tried to take them out. This one right here, and then there's actually two more right there. So I'm gonna attempt to drill them out, and I did a little test fit of the fender. It fits okay. I'm gonna see if I can get it better once everything's bolted up, and then we'll go from there. All right, updates. I drilled the two bottom ones out, so those are good. I just need to tap those. But this one is being a little bitch. So I'm gonna wait and let the drill charge a little bit. I'm gonna work on the other side and see. Hopefully this side is better and it won't be rusted, but probably gonna be. So we'll see what happens. All right, I was actually able to get it, thankfully. that one on the inside that was being a bitch on the other side. All I had to do was heat it up a little bit, and then just slowly turn it back and forth until it went. So thankfully that one's done. 2 more to go. Now I'm kicking myself because all I literally needed to do was use the torch for like 4 seconds on each bolt, and it easily came out. Damn. Y'all ever fuck up the first time and then you do it the second time and it works out perfectly, and you wish you did it the first time but you did the second time? All right, both fenders are off. Only thing left to do is I want to cut off this fender part here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I want to cut right through here. Okay, so I'm basically deleting this whole like vent section. So like through here, straight across here. Yeah, I think that'll look pretty aggressive. I think I said it before, but this is the APR like EVO Tokyo Drift front fender. So I've seen like multiple angles of it. I'm not really a fan of the way the vents look on it, so I'm just gonna cut it off, and I think that'll look pretty good. All right, so fitment is decent. I think the body shop can probably fix it. The headlight does need to shift up a little bit. There's this bracket right here that I need to drill out in order to put a bolt there, but after I do that, it should sit up pretty nicely. And then for this, I think this looks stupid. I think this should be cut straight down, and just a continuation of like this piece. So I think I'll have the body shop do that, just have it go straight down. It does need to like be pulled out a little bit. I still need to bolt it in, but it definitely needs to be pulled out. So maybe like a spacer to get it in line with the door. And then I'm about to jack up the car. There's these brackets here on the side skirt that I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. There are some like instructions that the previous owner gave me, obviously in Japanese, so kind of just guessing at what I need to do, because these pictures are honestly kind of trash. So I'm gonna jack it up and see if I can at least bolt some of these, drill some of these holes that I need to at least like get it up there, and then after that I'll see where these brackets go. All right, so got the fender bolted down. As you can expect with something from Alibaba, it's not going to fit perfectly, but I think the body shop can kind of fix it. I did cut here, but I think I should probably cut this section here off, or maybe just make this like a little bit thicker so that it comes down to like here. But I'll see what the body shop recommends. As far as like installing the side skirt, there is a screw. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, like I was saying, there's a bolt back there. I haven't completely bolted it in because I still need to do it from underneath. So there's a couple bolts that you have to screw into the body. So there's one there, and then 2 here, and then 1 more here. So I'm gonna lay underneath the car, see if I can figure out the brackets that hold it underneath. All right, so this is actually day 2. Got kind of frustrated yesterday trying to install this stuff. The fender isn't the best fitment. Honestly, I can't even open, it's locked. I can't even technically open the door without it smacking. So it doesn't fit there. The people didn't even drill a hole right here to put that this little triangle piece back. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting with Alibaba parts, but honestly, I think the body shop can fix it. So This obviously looks dumb, this huge hole missing. So I think I'm gonna have the body shop like extend it to go straight up so that it's just, it'll just look better. But what else? They're gonna have to fix, I'm gonna do something about the, like how much bigger the fenders are compared to the bumper. So if you look, it's like obviously a good bit wider. So I'm gonna have my buddy, he can 3D scan the car, and then we can like build an extension piece that'll kind of bring it here and then kind of wrap it into the bumper so it looks more seamless. I know I'm gonna lose this, which is honestly fine, not that big a deal. I'll just go back to the like OEM style with the bolt or the screw. So that's not a big deal. I still want to keep the canards though. So I don't know if we'll just do like a small piece like right above the canard, if we can like maybe extend the entire piece like all the way, like all of this area, and then just pull the canard out. I'm kind of unsure. I want to do whatever's going to look the best. So still need to figure out how to mount the side skirt completely. I think, like I said yesterday, there's like a bracket in there that it bolts up to. There's a couple on the inside. This one's fine. So there's a couple of like these screws right here that go into the body. I need to figure out how to connect the back carbon piece to the body of the car. The previous owner gave me some hardware, and I was trying to make that work. I'm like, the stuff he gave me isn't gonna allow me to install it. So honestly, you just need some bolts from like Home Depot. I'm gonna get some 3M tape like the OEM has, so I'm gonna clean this up, get some 3M tape to have it a little bit more secure, and then we should be good for the side skirt. Then I gotta work on this side, having the same issue with the door hitting the fender. So I'm gonna get like a, like how they did the EVO guys do the fender mod, where it like pushes it out an inch. I'm gonna try to get some type of bracket so that I can at least push the fender out so that I can open the door. Whether or not I leave that there kind of just depends on how it looks, but for now at least I'll be able to open the door. But I mean, the top fitment is pretty good. I mean, a little close on the sides, but actually not so good toward this bottom part here. I don't know if the body shop can fix that or not, but I guess we'll see. So I'm gonna run to the hardware store, try to pick up some bolts, get some tape, and then we'll work on this fender a little bit more. All right, so back from Home Depot. Ended up getting a couple different style hinges. So I want as minimal as possible while still being able to open the door. So I got this one. Probably need to make the holes a little bit bigger here. Then I also got this kind of bracket. I'm definitely gonna have to cut it, obviously. So probably cut here. Well, I'll do that if this one doesn't work. But yeah, I just need a little bit of space to be able to open the door, and then should be good. But other than that, got some bolts for the carbon to mount the brackets, this bracket to the carbon board. I need to drill a hole underneath. Got some, where is it? Oh, got some double-sided tape to put like where it is from OEM, from factory. And then, yeah, I'll get started on the fender first, get that mocked up, see if it closes, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I dremeled that bracket. So now I just attach it to the fender. I'm gonna mock it up and see if I can get a bolt through this. It's not focusing. There we go. See if I can get a bolt through that. hole, see if it's enough to space it out, and then see if I can open my door. And then if it's not, then I'll have to try to use that other bracket, but we'll try this, see what happens. All right, got it completely bolted in. I don't know if the fitment is better on this side, or if it's just because I spaced it out a little bit more, but not too bad. Obviously, still be better, but that's decent for, you know, for what it is. Most important thing is everything's bolted up. The spacer did work, so I can finally open the door without any rubbish. It is spaced out a little bit. On camera, I can't tell too much, but yeah, you can tell that actually, never mind. But yeah, this is gonna have to do for now. At least I can open the door. Maybe the body shop can do something to get the fitment right. I know I couldn't really take much of this edge because if I file this down, it'll just create a hole there. So maybe the body shop will have some better ideas on what to do, but if not, I mean, this honestly isn't too bad. I'm sure it's a bigger gap than I would want, but I mean, it kind of is what it is when you're making custom stuff trying to fit. So now I'm going to put the 3M tape and then drill the underside of the holes for the Varis skirts. Okay, so drill the holes down here. You just gotta drill a hole, a small hole, maybe like just right next to this like kind of square thing. So you do it in 3 spots, there, there, and there. I just threw a coat of paint on there to make sure it doesn't rust. Previous owner, he said he used zip ties because I think he used bolts before. He said it was like rattling, so he said he changed it to zip ties, and then he had no more issues. So while the paint was drying on this side, went ahead and did the same thing to the fender through, you can see, through that same size bracket on this side, and then luckily same thing, it's good. No, doesn't hit the door at all. Actually looks like it fits a little bit better. It's more flush on this side compared to the other side, but as long as it doesn't hit the door, I'm cool with that for now. Had to drill a hole in here to be able to pop this little cap thing right at the back. These holes are close, but they don't line up. So I'm gonna have to maybe re-drill it, or have the body shop work on that. But fitment is decent. The headlight, I still need to bolt it up. So the headlight will fit more flush like this. I have to get those 2 bolts down there going, and then I'm gonna drill same thing on this side, and then mount the side skirts. So okay, finally got it completely mounted. This thing is pretty secure. It's on there. So just to recap, 1 bolt there. We got 1 bolt on the inside, 2 bolts there, 1 bolt back there, and then it came with these spacers. So this front one, the very first one, I used no spacer. The middle one, I used this like medium sized one, and then on the very back one I used the big one. And these are the bolts and locking nuts that I used. So I'm gonna repeat the same thing on the other side. The only problem is you can't jack up the car from the sides now. So I don't know how much you can see, but the carbon board basically takes up the entire place of where you can jack it up from. So that's going to be a pain in the ass. I actually don't know how I'm going to get it down hopefully I can jack up the front enough that both of these will, the weight will come off of the jack stands, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. But pretty easy install. You just gotta get some hardware from Home Depot, and then you're good to go. All right, so actually it's been a couple weeks. I just came back from a trip from Japan, so I realized I never had an ending to this this video. So got the fenders on, got the side skirts on, and here is for now what it's looking like. So definitely tell it's a good bit wider. Yeah. But I'm satisfied with it. Of course, Varis side skirts are gonna fit perfectly. Get like a nice little side profile. So yeah, these were the side skirts that I kind of always wanted for the EVO. And then the front fenders, I know it looks kind of botched right now, but you know, I have a vision of what it can look like, so I'm just gonna have the body shop make that a reality, and I think it'll look pretty good at the end. So I think, like I've stated before, I am gonna have the body shop, or actually I'm gonna have my buddy who 3D scans scan me a section for the fender, so that it'll make it more seamless. It'll kind of just integrate into the bumper, and hopefully you won't be able to tell too much that something was done to it. But yeah, this is where we're at for right now. So I think it'll look pretty good at the end. Got a lot coming for the EVO. I did film some stuff while I was in Japan, did like a driving experience out there, and just some other random stuff. So that'll be in the next video. And then I think the third video, I did pick up something else to just make the front a little bit more aggressive, so stay tuned for that. But I think that's where I'm going to end it for today. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.